The last of the international breaks are done until March, so that means we are now plain sailing into these Christmas fixtures as well, which is always a hectic time for at least a vast majority of the games now. So very important to get to these pickups in because they're going to see you through this tricky time. There's going to be a lot of videos coming your way in the coming weeks, so make sure you're subscribed because there's going to be some big pickups. Always a lot of injuries around this time just because of how busy the schedule is and how many rotations the managers like to do around now. Starting off, we've got a player back from injury, Wesley Fofana for Chelsea. He's got Burnley away coming up next. 2 clean sheets in a row, coinciding with his return. This could be a big defensive play for Chelsea going forward, having Fofana back, really bolstering up that defence. It was against Wolves. Spurs, though, tough team, but they did get the clean sheet in that game, in the 1-0 win. So look to get him in. Spurs, Chelsea look like they could be on a little rise now. Obviously, 2 wins, 2 clean sheets. Fofana back in. Cole Palmer yet to come back as well. He looks like he can be featuring at least relatively soon. So I think just scoring those goals in the attack also helps out the defence generally just because of the game states. We won't dive too much into that right now, but it does definitely help to look to get Fofana in because that's your way into this Chelsea team. Next player, Dango Ouattara. Really annoys me that he's down as O.Dango in fantasy, but that's how you find him. Dango Ouattara. Brighton away, bit of a tough fixture, but he has got 1 goal and 2 assists in his last 3 games. After that, they've got Burnley at home. Should be a couple good fixtures for him. Starting to settle into this Brentford team on the right wing. Obviously, post Thomas Frank, everybody very worried there, but Keith Andrews has come in, steadied the ship, not really made that many changes. They had obviously the big departures of Thomas Frank, the manager, going. As we know, Wissa went and Brian Mbeumo has gone as well. But Ouattara seems to have slotted into this team. Keith Andrews has kept the formation and players and personnel as similar as he can, which always helps with gelling. And by week 12, they look like a pretty strong outfit and a very good team to get in. So get Ouattara in because he looks like he's going to be banging goals for Brentford in the future. Now, the third player I'm going to suggest to get is Pau Torres of Aston Villa. Aston Villa, as we know, horrible start to the season. And then something happened, something clicked, and it could have been this guy. So it was against my team, Fulham. They really sort of clicked after, I think it was about 30 minutes into the game. There was an injury to Tyrone Mings, who'd been starting at left centre-back. Pau Torres comes in. They went on to win that game, scoring 3 goals, and they've not looked back since. They've been in unbelievable form. 2 clean sheets in, I think it's the last 3 games. And they were against Manchester City and Bournemouth. Both, it should be noted, were at home, and they've got Leeds away, Wolves at home in the next 2 fixtures. That's 2 clean sheets if you ask me. Leeds away, obviously, the away form, they need to improve slightly defensively. But Wolves at home, I know Wolves are changing manager right now, but potentially a very good time to play them in. Depends if you think about the new manager bounce or not and how much weight you put on that. But anyway, Pau Torres has come in and been phenomenal. The only setback for Pau Torres is doesn't get you defensive contribution points, doesn't get you goals or assists really either. So you are looking, if you are going to get him in, to get these clean sheets. But Leeds away, Wolves at home, next 2 games, absolutely fantastic for them. The next player, Callum Wilson, someone I've been talking about the last 3-4 weeks now since Fulkrug went out injured. Fulkrug is still out injured by the looks of things and won't be featuring this weekend. Callum Wilson did get a goal last time. He's against his old team, Bournemouth, away as well. So he'll be having an eye to get a bit of, redemption against them because obviously making that move. Fulkrug still saying that he wants to leave in January, which I don't think you should underestimate of how big that's going to be with how West Ham are now turning things around since Fulkrug has gone out the team. Nuno's come in. Wilson's played 60, 70 minutes as the starting striker, 70 in the game just gone. I think he's had 60, 65 and now 70. So slowly increasing his role, if anything. Do I expect them to go into the market in January and pick up a striker and see what they can do? Yes. The other thing is, can they do it? And will that striker come in and instantly settle into this squad? Callum Wilson, I think, at least for the short to medium term, is a absolutely fantastic pick. Bournemouth away is going to be a tough fixture, but West Ham are growing in confidence. And Callum Wilson, like I said, is going for that number 9 shirt. The final player, another number 9 for you. Nmecha has come in at Leeds. Aston Villa at home in his next game. Started for only the second time this season, but started last weekend. Did get a goal as well from that starting position. Leeds are in a bit of a tough run of fixtures coming up right now, so that's why he's only a bit further down, and he's only just started his second game of the season. So it could be a little bit tricky for Nmecha going forward, but I think is a great person to have as a third choice forward if he's going to be the starting striker for Leeds. Those favourable fixtures obviously will come back around in the end, and if they can keep scoring goals, Nmecha is going to be involved. So as a third choice striker, I know in these deeper leagues, forwards are so hard to get of just 3 starting forwards. Nmecha looks like he could be taking this number 9 spot for the rest of the season at Leeds. So give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Comment down below any players that I missed out, any players you've got on your personal waiver wires, any players you're looking at and thinking about doing. Always happy to answer your questions to the best of my abilities. And like I said at the beginning, subscribe going forward because we're about to get into silly season of football as well. So there's going to be weekly videos, probably some weeks twice a week with these pickups. So get them in and, of course, win your game weeks.